Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to XNVR. Christian here, and in this video I will be taking you through my thoughts on Shadowbox, a fairly new product on the scene that aims to bring top tier gaming to everyone, regardless of if you can afford a top of the range computer or not. But what is Shadowbox, I hear you cry? Well, just settle down and I'll let you in on what could be your gateway to a whole new world of gaming possibilities. Shadowbox is a monthly subscription service that you can cancel whenever you like, with no obligation to keep paying them for a fixed term, such as 6 or 12 months, meaning you are free to use or suspend the service as you see fit, which I've got to admit, I'm a big fan of. There's nothing worse than being tied into something for a year and then you find that you just don't really get the use out of it. You might use it for only a few months sort of in total. But what does it do, Christian? I'll tell you. With the Shadowbox app, you can play all the biggest, best and graphically complex games on the market, and it doesn't matter what specs your personal device has. So long as you have a decent internet connection, a minimum of 20 megs should be absolutely fine, you can pick up any game you want on Steam, Origin or Uplay and crank those settings up as high as they will go. It does this by having the game run on their hardware, and the visual is beamed directly to your device with minimal latency. In a way similar to how browser games work, with everything stored and run from a different location to the user. Personally, I find this to be extremely exciting, as regularly updating my rig is something I simply can't afford. In fact, I haven't upgraded anything in my PC for almost 6 years. Then, just as my system was starting to show its age and I feared that I would no longer be able to keep up, a wild Shadowbox appears to save the day. Now, I don't have too many titles on PC that are really graphically intensive by modern standards, as I've been dialing back my purchases, realising it would be a waste of money to buy something I couldn't run at a playable rate. So please do excuse the lack of games I had that could really test my new virtual machine's capabilities. But, as you can see from the footage, even cranked up to very high or ultra settings, the Shadowbox had no problems. I think the lowest FPS I hit was about 40, which is extremely playable. The reason for this being that allocated to you is some serious hardware server side. An Intel Xeon processor with 8 dedicated threads and an Nvidia Quadro P5000. And if those names mean nothing to you, simply pop on a benchmarking website and look at the scores. You will be quite shocked. Now that's all well and good, I hear you say, but is that all it does? Am I expected to spend my hard-earned on a service that I can only use at my PC? Even my Netflix account has more options. Well, let me just stop you there, doubter. Shadowbox is not just for your PC. This is a virtual machine that can be used on multiple devices, including mobile phones and tablets. Yes, that's right. You can be playing Fallout 4, Battlefield 1, Rise of the Tomb Raider, or any other title with controller support anywhere you can get an internet connection. Imagine the look of confusion I was seeing on a daily basis. Whenever I got the train to work and people around me, you could tell who else was a gamer because they'd recognise the game on your screen. And just the look on their faces, think, wait, hang on, you're running that on a Samsung S7? How does that... What? It was fantastic, it was absolutely brilliant. But the thing is, I found this to be really, really helpful because in more recent years, I found that the mobile game market has been kind of lacking. There's not as much going on anymore. People aren't driving for mobile games to be more and more advanced. Even though mobile hardware has come a long way, it's simply not getting the attention from developers. So I've been a little bit disappointed with how the mobile gaming market has been, but now guess what? I don't have to be, because even though I'm using a mobile phone which is a few years old now, the S7 Edge, it doesn't matter. With a Shadowbox account, so long as my internet connection holds out, guess what? I have access to any AAA PC title that I have on my accounts. If I bought it on Steam or Origin or Uplay or whatever, guess what? I can play it from my phone. There is a slight downside in that in order to start up the game, you either have to be really, really good with the touchscreen, or start the game up before you leave in the morning and just have it running on the virtual machine. You know, have it running and then start it up on your phone, so it knows that you're switching to another device. And then you can take that with you. It's fine. It's perfect. It's great. And I've really, really loved having this, because it means that whenever I'm just sat around either waiting for the train or, you know, on my lunch break at work, I don't have to, you know, read a book or just trying to amuse myself some other way. I am a gamer. What I love to do is play games with my spare time. And now I've been given the ability to do that wherever I am. Shadowbox is kind of a godsend, because as I said, I've not upgraded my rig in a long time, and games haven't stopped advancing. So yes, being able to play whatever I like on the maximum settings, getting the full experience that the developer intended, without having to spend hundreds or even thousands upgrading my PC or buying another new console in order to run these games. Shadowbox constantly evolves. As new hardware comes out, they will upgrade it. Your subscription doesn't change in price. It's $26.95 per month, which I can tell you is a hell of a lot less. You know, say if you upgrade your computer every couple of years and you spend, what, $1,000 every couple of years, you'll make a saving of like almost £400 every 2 years, which is quite a lot. You know, that's a lot of money not to have to spend. And because you're paying it in a monthly subscription, it's almost like when you get a computer on finance, where you just pay it off gradually. But in order to get this kind of spec, your monthly finance payments would be about £40 or £50. So it does work out much, much cheaper to use a service like this. They're offering us something that's absolutely fantastic, and personally, I'm all for it. Not only has the stress of constantly needing to upgrade been taken away, because at no extra cost to me, Shadowbox will just upgrade their hardware whenever the new stuff comes out. At the moment, they are using the Quadro P5000 graphics card, which is about the equivalent of a GTX 1080. Now that the RTX 2080 has come out, I imagine that, you know, after the business has picked up and they've got a lot more subscribers, they've got the money coming in, they're going to start upgrading to the RTX 2080, which I think probably about £1,000 per graphics card, more, £1,100. That, you know, that's money saved for you, because you're just paying your £25 a month or $26.95 per month, and you've got the latest hardware. You don't have to stress about, oh my god, how am I going to afford a new graphics card? How am I going to deal with the stress of waiting for it to arrive, then having to install it myself, making sure everything is compatible? Shadowbox has you covered. So do us a favour, I'll pop a link in the description to Shadowbox's website. Get over there and check them out for yourselves. They are well worth the money. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and have a fantastic day.